Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Sunday, the 1st of October, 2023. A pinch and a punch for the first day of the month. Hope you're doing good. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. In there, I give one-question readings. Now, you can book in for those one-question reads on my website at any time. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there too. I will do all the pre-book readings right at the start of the next live show, then send you the link to the replay. So you don't need to come live if you don't want to or if you can't make it. Alternatively, you can come live. Click on my channel down there, Be Healing, and you'll find the next show laying in wait. So you can find out when it is. You can click on set a reminder or something like that, or notify me, and then come along live and book while I'm live too. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there too. Get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. There's 2 ways to win one of those private readings with me every single month. I have 2 draws. The first way is by being a subscriber to my channel, clicking like on this video and leaving a comment. That'll get you one entry. Enter as many times as you like on as many videos as you like throughout the month. The other way is by checking out my pick a card reads, and then if you purchase one of the deeper dives, that'll get you an entry in as well into another draw. So good luck with winning those. So what's in the energies for everybody today? Let's have a look. We've got time to restore in the shadow dancer. Okay, now shadow work. Shadow work can be about the things. It's inner work, right? And it's the things that we aren't seeing in ourselves, aren't aware of in ourselves, or the stuff that, like, it can be the darkness within. But sometimes when we think of darkness, we think about negativity, and it's not always negativity, because the shadow side could be positivity, right? So if you've grown up in around really negative people, you might do the opposite of that to be the panacea and get positive about everything, and that's not a good way to be. The extremes aren't good ways to be. Balance is where it's at. Why isn't being extremely positive good for us? Well, it has us missing reality. It has us not seeing red flags. It has us in situations that we really shouldn't be in that aren't good for us. So it's not good to be positive about everything. It's not good to be negative about everything. It's good to be real about everything. Balance, there's somewhere in the balance there. And so this shadow dancer is about knowing ourselves and looking at ourselves and seeing what's not working for us and rectifying that. Time to restore. There's something being restored here. You might have gone to another extreme because you've had a bad experience, something that damaged you perhaps, and you might be realizing that that extreme isn't good either. We don't really have the language for it because I'm saying good, but I don't really mean good, because there's really no good and bad. There's things we prefer and things that we don't prefer. We're not saying like one thing is good, one thing is bad, but I just feel like there's an extreme coming up, and you might realize that you've gone to the opposite extreme, and that's not good for you either. We've got expression and warrior. You might feel like standing up to someone or something. You might feel like fighting something, and that thing could be within yourself as well, but it could be within someone else. So with the positive negative thing, if that's been your experience, if you're around like really negative people and that were kind of dragging you down or somehow harming you in some way, and you become overly positive, then this energy is like it's time to restore. But you might, the way that this might come up today might be like with extremely negative people around you and like wanting to fight that and express like, why don't you be positive? Or extremely positive people around you and you're going like, why aren't you seeing reality? Why are you ignoring like red flags and what's right in front of you? It could be like an extreme reaction today that has you noticing that you've got an extreme within yourself rather than the balance. Ideally, yeah, we've got reflect. So there's a reflection. There's people around you showing you something. Now, often we see it in someone else first. And so we could be like too positive and not be seeing things. And then our friend who is the same, we see them like getting into trouble, and it's and you know, they may have like chosen someone to have a relationship with, a romantic relationship with, and we're saying like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, this person isn't right for you. What are you doing? Meanwhile, we're doing the exact same thing, right? And so it's good to see it in other people, but then apply it to ourselves. Because if we're pointing the finger at someone, and I'm not saying you're like, you know, it's all about them and we're blaming them or anything like that. But if there's a bit of fight in you and it's like about someone else, there's always three fingers pointing right back at ourselves. So it's mostly about us, especially if there's a bit of a fight about it as well. And you want to kind of, if it's bugging you, something that someone else is doing and you want to tell them about it, just apply it to yourself, because it's probably more about you than it is about them. Well, it's probably about you both, in fact. I'm not saying that you're wrong about them. Could be completely right about them, but you might be missing that you've got some of that within you too. High Priestess, intuition, the inner work. Seeing it within yourself. And it's pretty cool when we have that awareness. It can be triggering as well, but pretty cool when we have that awareness. It's like, oh, it's within me. That's why it's firing me up about this person so much, about them doing that. It's because I've got that within me. Just need to sort it out within myself, not within that person. So you see people that are like a complete mess and need to help themselves and heal themselves, and all they're trying to do is help everyone else. It's like, go, take care of yourself. Do it for yourself. You're the one that is most in need. Do it for you. Apply that to yourself. Do it for yourself. We've got the Page of Cups here, very much in the fantasy land. We've got the Three of Wands, waiting for the perfect moment, or the perfect person, or the perfect timing, or perfect job. And the Three of Swords, heartbreak. Tell us more about this. And the High Priestess is about the inner work. The High Priestess, she's tuned in, right, into your intuition. So if you're trying to sort something out in your life, the universe is going to help you out. It's going to give you those clues. This reading will be one of the clues as well, stuff that I'm saying. You can use it, like books that you read, things that you watch on YouTube. It will all come up with movies that you watch. It will come up with like clues if you are doing that inner work, and if you're seeing everything as a sign kind of thing, you'll be shown what it is that you're missing. Because we can have anything we want, right? If we'll just go for it. But what we need to be is in alignment with it, which means our beliefs that we can have it, and our beliefs in ourselves. And often we're not in alignment when we're asking for something. And so then the universe shows us through a lot of different ways, infinite ways, in fact, gives us the clues of how to get into alignment. But we need to be present, like this High Priestess. We need to be cognizant of what those signs are and what they mean, and do that inner work. So it's about seeing life as being magical, seeing that the clues are there, and then getting deep behind it. So we're not just living life on the surface, like, oh, this person said that, and this, and watching the news and going, oh, that's bad, and this is whatever. Living life on the surface like that, what's the point? What is the point? Seeing the depth behind it, like what is this trying to tell me about me and myself? That is when life gets really rich, when we can do that. So High Priestess, the Two of Materials, is about balance. It's about balance. So the clues and the inner work that you're doing is about balance. Like I was saying, with a shadow dancer, sometimes we go in the complete opposite direction, and then we can get to a point where we realize, oh, being completely negative isn't good. Being completely positive isn't good either. It's the balance. That's where it's at, the balance. Where I can like be in life and not be pushed around by it and trying to do the opposite thing, It's like, oh, that's bad, let's run away from it. Oh, that this completely good thing isn't completely good after all. I was, fooling myself, like this Page of Cups often does. What's behind that is abundance. Now, this could be about money. Okay. So abundance. There's everything out there. There's everything out there, and we've got to believe in ourselves and get ourselves into alignment to even see it's possible. So, for example, you could be really intelligent and have a lot of potential, career potential kind of thing, potential to do amazing things. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't feel good about yourself, you're not going to go for the jobs or the career or the business that it is that you want. You're not going to do it because you don't feel good about yourself, right? So you don't believe in yourself. So you, even though there's everything, every possibility, every kind of a job out there, any kind of a business that you could start up, you're not going to do it. So abundance is out there. But until you find balance, and until you do the inner work and find that balance and know yourself and be real, and then believe in yourself and go for what it is that you want, you're not going to get it. So Page of Cups, there's something I hear about fantasy. Page of Cups. The fantasy can be, you know, if I just wish for something that's going to come along. It's not. You're going to have to get yourself there. The Devil is tempting. Something that's tempting. Knight of Voices, you want to rush in. A fantasy. Something appearing like it's kind of too good to be true, and it is. You're wanting to rush in. It's very tempting. So, yeah, you might be tempted not to do the inner work, not to go for something real, go for something that is just surface kind of thing, promising to be the answer, you know, like an ab roller or whatever, you know, or this supplement that's going to transform you from this to that. It's like, no, it's not. It's not. Like the long process is where it's at to get any kind of transformation like that. There are no quick fixes. This is a tempting quick fix for transformation, something that can take you from A to B. So this is saying be careful of this, because someone could be offering you a quick fix, a shortcut, something that isn't going to work. It's purely marketing. It's not going to work, but it could be very tempting if you're in that fantasy that you can have something quick. I succumbed to that when I first started this business. So when I first started this business, of course, I was wanting to be more abundant, right? Who doesn't? When you start out a business, you want to be more abundant. You're not doing it for it to fail. You want it to at least sustain itself and run a profit as well, so you can live off it and so that it works, you know, especially in a business like this. How can I help people if it doesn't work? And so, of course, I looked out there for business training, you know, entrepreneur training. And at the time, probably still true too, what you do is when you look for something like that, there's a whole load of like law of attraction teachers out there, overly positive, and just not people that have done it themselves, or perhaps they've only done it in the law of attraction world. They've only made it work in that world by finding other people that will believe that, you know, like a pyramid scheme. There was a lot of that out there. I don't know whether it is anymore. I'm just not looking for that kind of thing. So not real business training, more law of attraction, pie in the sky, fantasy, doodah. You know, they just take your money and it doesn't really work. Offering the shortcuts, you know, if you just like make a vision board and put this thing down, when really what I was looking for was for someone to tell me like the real things that worked in business, you know. So I succumbed to that, and you might be tempted to succumb to that kind of thing. It could be a quick fix for anything. Like I said, it could be like magic supplement instead of like proper diet and exercise or whatever. Quick fix. Three of Wands, waiting for something perfect timing to come along. Three of Wands. Oh, this is a long reading. I'm going on, aren't I? Three of Wands, what's this energy about? The Hermit. Doing things our way. Four of Inspiration, solid foundations, Three of Materials and plans. Yeah, this is the boring stuff, right? This is the working towards something. This is like, well, we want it to just be magic and for us to like manifest it, like ta-da. But this is the boring stuff. The Hermit, doing things by ourselves, like following our own path to it. Four of Inspiration is about building solid foundations. That stuff takes time. It's boring. Who wants to do that? Do we really want to, like, you know, we want to throw up that house, don't we? And we want to do the interior design. We want the finishing touches. That's the exciting bit. Putting the foundations and taking the time for those boring things where we don't get the results, we don't get the dopamine hit of it being done. And then the Three of Pentacles, yeah, Three of Materials. It's the planning and the heads together, getting the right people in to do the job and all of that kind of thing. This is the boring stuff, and it's kind of Three of Wands, waiting for it to happen. It's not going to happen. You've got to do it yourself. There's perception behind that. So there's something, there's a transformation to be had here. There's a mind shift to be had that's been asked for today. Because Three of Swords, constantly breaking your own heart, things not working out kind of thing. It's like, why am I not getting this thing? Why am I not getting this thing? It's because you're not going for it. Because you're not doing it. You're not doing what needs to be done. This inner work. You're not following those signs and actually doing it. And it's not just the inner work. Of course, it's not just the inner work. You've got to do the inner work, which prepares you to do the outer work. The inner work only gets you to the point of believing in yourself and knowing that you can do it. So then when you set a goal, you're going to like, okay, I'm going to go for this now. The inner work is not enough by itself. It just prepares you to do the outer work. So what have we got here? The Three of Swords. What's breaking our heart? That we're closed down. Five Emotions. We've closed down and we're not opening our hearts. Now that can be about opening your heart to yourself. Six of Emotions. Too much in the past. Too much reminiscing of the past. The Queen of Materials. It's like focused on the success. So this is her down here, the Queen of Materials. She's this tiny figure here, and she's made a huge poster of herself being all successful and that kind of thing. It's like the card of the vision board there's. And so maybe too much time spent on just visioning it, just doing that inner work, and not enough time of actually building it, laying those solid foundations, learning about business, the stuff that you actually need to do. And the Ace of Inspiration. The Ace of Inspiration is that exciting card. It's like, I want to start something new. That is I want to design the interior before I've even put the foundations down and built the whole house. That's what it is. So there might be some pie in the sky thinking today, and there might be beliefs that you can have it right away and you can't. And you might, and in that belief that you've got, you might succumb to people like online trying to sell you courses, promising you that, saying, oh yeah, if you just get this course that I've got, that you'll be able to get it straight away. And none of it will work. I'm telling you, none of it will work. So honor your energy is behind that. Honor your energy. You know what breaks your heart, and if you do it again, it will break your heart again. It's just wasted energy if you're not like knuckling down and getting to it and building something for yourself. So what about our love lives today? Extra long reading, sorry, but I don't know, sometimes I just get on my rants. Maybe it's the guides, maybe it's me, I don't know. Freedom, there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So even in love life, the path is clear if you want it to be. What happened there? Let's find out more. Forgive. Forgive yourself, especially for choices that you've made in the past and what you did. Choices you made especially. What else? We've got heartbreak, yes. There is definite energy today about we need to like notice how, especially going for shortcuts, breaks our heart each and every time. True love. Search for true love. And how we've been breaking our own hearts for the quick fix or the instant attraction. It could be going for that, like the belief in love at first sight. It could be looking for an instant thing instead of laying the solid foundations for a relationship, which is friendship first, you know, and relating to each other. So we've got a lack of self-worth causing come hither energy. So it's like, come toward me. I've got a lack of self-worth. I don't think I can do it myself. Like, I think this is applying to everything, not just our love lives. I've got a lack of self-worth. I don't think I can do it for myself. So I'm susceptible to someone wanting an instant relationship with me, someone that wants to just play me. So they're going to, you know, love bomb instead of building those solid foundations and take it slowly. It's the same energy, right? So it's like, come hither. Like, who are the people that are first available? Because I don't think I'm worthy of like, of spending the time getting to know somebody who would be really good for me. I just want someone that's instantly available. Who are the instantly available people? Well, they're the ones with a lack of self-worth too, that are out there going, I need someone, quick, come here. Fill this void that's within me, you know? So, we've got playful energy as well. I don't know. I don't understand why playful energy is in there, but there we go. What else is in the energies today? Mega long reading. So, for the first of the month as well, maybe October is going to be a heavy Doesn't have to be heavy, but it could be a month of a lot of inner work and a lot of ahas. Could be a very transformational month indeed. Perhaps I should do some monthly readings for each sign. Let me know if you want that. Comments below. Hat, you'll be playing a different role, doing things differently, playing a different role. We've got a unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yes, use that inner work to make beneficial changes. Leg, step into a new experience now. Don't do things again. And scales, keep your life in balance. Like I said, balance is really important. It's always the answer. Self-love and balance. It's always the answer. When we get to the depths of everything, it's always about balance and it's always about self-love. So think of a yes or no answer question. Because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer. But this is just a bit of fun because it's a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want to ask a question and have me read for it, you can book in for one of those one question readings from my website, behealing.com. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there too. And I can also use them, of course, in private readings. If you've got many questions or if you want an in-depth reading on your situation, you can book in for one of those full readings on my website, behealing.com. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there too. Get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. So how best to deal with these energies today? Nice. I like this. The Hierophant card is about spiritual lessons, the lessons that we've been learning through life. The King of Swords, especially the female version of the King of Swords, it's our energy. It's getting clarity on that. There's a chance to get clarity on the life lessons that you've been getting on why you've been doing what you've been doing and what it is that you've been getting. Shadow Dancer, time to restore. The things within you that are not working for you. It's time to see them clearly and learn those lessons and then do something different, step into a new experience. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. Your answer is yes. Go for it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new and leave a comment because that'll get you an entry into that draw to win a private reading with me at the end of the month. Yes, and the draw will be done tomorrow. In fact, in the live show tomorrow for September's. So come along to that live show tomorrow in my Psychic Cafe. I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. Tomorrow's will be that prize draw, so get your entries in. And I make 3 Love Picker card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now. Watch that next if you want. Well, have the best day ever. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.